video where I'm gonna start raging and swearing and be so mean in my
chipmunk voice like this. I'll be like, you Mimi! How dare you, Mimi!
But it's probably a woman's fault. Let's go. Crazy girlfriend blames boyfriend for her cheating. What a dumbass. Here, we just started.
Because I feel like I'm gonna be abandoned right now, and like you're just like everyone else. You're trying to
Finding out your girl cheated on Thanksgiving.
leave me, and I just don't know.
Leave you? You made a decision
You're
and you got caught.
me. Decision to do what? Like
You linked somebody and you got caught.
it wasn't
Late.
even that
You went behind my back.
serious.
and
It
you went to
wasn't that
somebody's crib.
serious.
He was a hooper?
Stop.
He was a hooper. He played basketball.
Yes, but it wasn't that serious. Like
Y'all like
stop it.
actually.
Yeah, but it was just a one-time thing, and we used protection. It wasn't even for that long, so I don't even know why you're.
Wow. I used protection and it wasn't that long. It wasn't that serious. Why are you mad? Seriously? Seriously?
It was not even for that long. Like, can you please come back with me? Please?
Get off of me.
Please come
Don't touch
back.
me.
Like, stop.
You stop.
Please.
You get out,
Like,
brother.
you're
Why are you still recording her and talking to her? Conversation done. That's all you had to hear. There's no, like, you don't need anything anymore from that woman. No explanations. That was enough. Enough. Don't let her play you like that.
I'm not overreacting.
I only did it because you didn't answer your fucking phone. Like, you never answer your phone, and you're never.
I cheated on you because you never answer your phone. Interesting. Yep. That's how you save a relationship.
There
you
for
know,
me.
you
You're
know what I'm
literally
doing. I'm
never
always
there
at the
for
gym.
me.
I'm
What
always
gym?
at the gym.
What gym are you at?
You know what
like,
gym
what
I'm
gym
at.
opens that late? You're a liar.
Okay.
Like, you don't even care about me at all.
Alright. How long was this going on for?
Like, for a month, but it wasn't even that serious.
Did you
A
be back
month.
Yeah, but yeah. Why are
Alright,
you
I'm
asking me that? I'm having a good time. Like, where are you going? Do not leave me.
You better learn how to walk away and cut a
Walk
chick
away.
off, because if you don't, you gonna be the fool.
It's crazy to
Yep.
see that she was the one who was caught cheating while simultaneously trying to put
Yep.
herself in the position to play the victim card.
Yep.
Can you block this girl?
Exactly.
You know I don't like her.
Oh, Vanessa, I got you right now. Unfollowed, easy peasy. Hey, actually, can you unfollow your boy best friend too? I don't like him.
You know I can't do that. I've known him since kindergarten. We used to do everything together before you. And I know his whole family, like Max, Mark, Tony, David, Eric, Alex. Yeah.
If Jesus can't save these hoes.
Okay, listen. It's in relationships, it's the dumbest shit ever to tell your significant other to stop talking to a best friend that is a female or a male. You know, like, it's fine, I think, if you just met that person, it's a colleague or someone you are not really interested in, it's not someone you have a friendship history with, you know. But if it is someone like a childhood friend, you know, no way, like, you have to trust that person. You really have to, even if it is really hard, you have to put your trust on that person and let it go. Because at the end of the day, losing a best friend who you have so much history with will not feel good, and you will forever blame your significant other for losing a friend that is your support system in a way, you know. And a lot of people do that because they are insecure, first of all, and also there are manipulative people who would do it on purpose because their whole idea is to isolate you and rule over you, and the easiest way to do that without having a support system.
Why are you trying?
Oh!
I saw this one from karma.
So you never got married and never had kids?
No.
So why did you choose not to get married and have children?
Everybody picks their spots in life. A lot of my friends divorced, and they got some real headaches in their life. So when I look at that, I don't have too much gray hair, at least in that regard.
Do you regret not having kids and having a family?
Wait, what do you mean I didn't have a lot of gray hair, in least in that regard? You literally have so much gray hair, it doesn't matter if you were married or not.
Generally, yes. Who's going to take care of you when you get old? Yeah, your children are. Generally speaking, that's the way it works. I'll probably have to find a nursing home, that type of thing.
Let me ask you this. Are you
I mean,
happy?
let's be honest, nowadays, even children don't have time to take care of their grandfather, grandmother, or father, mother when they get old. Majority of older people, even if they have kids, they end up in a nursing home. And it is better in a way for grown-ups because the people who are working in a nursing home can really take care of them while their children are busy doing their own shit and living their own life. It is a bit sad, but also, would you make your kids grow up and have to spend so much time taking care of you, cleaning your ass and whatnot? Like, no, you don't want them to. I would rather go and let the nurse do that and pay that nurse than actually make my kids have to go through that, you know? I don't know. I would let them live their life.
Great degree I am. Got a great network of friends. That's the key to life. Staying connected with your friends means so much. I found that to work
That's
real
really
well
nice,
for
Khalil.
me. In my case, I never had
That's
a
a
wife, never
sacrifice,
had any
too.
kids, and I could do a lot in my lifetime.
Wow, so you're
I think the most important thing you could take away from everything he said was you got to figure out what works and what you want for your life. No two people are the same. And you
Exactly. Like this is the thing. People think the happiest are people who fulfill their life by marrying and having kids, and that's the only way you can have a fulfilled life. And if you didn't, something is wrong with you, and you didn't do the things correctly. What are you gonna do when you get old? I mean, let's be honest. Like, exactly, live your life the way you want, and don't let society tell you what is appropriate for you.
You should not strictly base it off of what you see happening in other people's lives through social media or even what you see happening in your friends' lives, because no one can ever know all of the circumstances, all of the variables, and all of the details that go into why that situation didn't work versus why another situation did work. And ultimately, if you really want to be by yourself, then be by yourself. And if you want to be in a relationship, do that. But whatever you do, don't make a choice simply out of fear. Fear limits you. Fear stops you from reaching your full potential. Make a choice because it's what you really want.
A teacher in England was recently awarded £45,000 after pupils made up an assault claim against him for fun.
Made up.
To see if they could get him fired. And they did. He was
Are
fired
you
because of the
kidding
claim.
me?
And now he took it to a tribunal and he got 45 grand back. That's it. 45 grand for a man's life. He's not going to teach again. Anyone Googling his name, this comes up. An assault claim made for fun. Oh, and the pupils who made this claim doesn't mention what happened to them.
Nothing.
Imagine they got an after-school detention, maybe.
Wow, seriously,
So,
brother.
you know, they're going to go on to lead some very happy lives, and God help their partners in the future.
I went on a first date, and when I opened the door, my man was at my front door, and I was like, "Oh, like right," and then he hit me with the Rico. He pulled the flowers out, and I was like, "Wow, this is different, right?" So I'm not even paying attention. I brush past this, trying to walk down the steps and get to the door, right? Because I'm not paying attention. I'm just so not used to it, and it just hasn't I just didn't have a lot of practice. He opened my car door. I get inside. He closed the door. I immediately went to my group chat. It's weird.
Did you say he opened your car door?
high five.
No. Now let me explain, right? Let me explain. By the time we got to the restaurant, my follow-up text was, "Y'all, that's my bad. I just realized and all that stuff we be talking about, we don't really want it." And I felt like he technically did everything that we be saying we be wanting. In my mind, instinctively, my first thought was he corny. But he really did everything that we want.
Yeah, he followed the rules, followed
What is
the
that a
book.
formula for? Buy a dog, die alone.
And that right there is
Buy a
one of the
dog
main
and die
reasons why
alone.
there's
What?
so many men who say, nice guys finish last. We've heard that one so many times, and it's not just said just to be said. It's said because there's so much truth to it. In order for most men to be successful with women, they got to understand women. They got to know what it is that they like versus what they dislike. If a guy has no understanding of those things, chances are he's not going to have too much success with women nor get any attention really from them. And the crazy thing is, the way she's speaking, her mentality, it is some far-fetched, single-minded train of thought that many women aren't familiar with. No. And remember, she mentioned that she wasn't used to what this guy was doing, that it was something different that she was used to experiencing. That means prior to her going on a date with this guy, she had accepted less from men in her past.
Yeah.
And that is despite the fact that those are the very things women say that they want their man to do. Now, I'm not saying you should just be rude or be a complete jerk, because how you treat people matters. I think that shows a lot about your character and who you are as a person. But placing a woman on a pedestal or
To be
giving her-
honest, I feel like when you are at the start of a relationship and you are trying to get together, it is, of course, important to be romantic and pay attention and be respectful, but I feel like you really don't have to try really hard, because women like the mystery behind it. They like the bad boy vibe, but only the vibe, not the actual bad boy. Like, they still need respect and they still need you to take them seriously and stuff like that, and not be mean to them, of course. But they like the mysteriousness behind it. They don't like an open book. They don't like for you to treat them as a princess immediately. They want to work also for you to like them and love them, because if you tell them that they are enough for you the way they are, they get bored. You know, they like to have to work harder as well, whether on improving themselves, looking prettier or better, or talking better to you, or expecting more and just sticking around and listening to you and what you want and what you need, because you are mysterious and you don't let them know exactly what you like, you know? Women like to figure out what you like and then maybe dress the way you like, or put a makeup the way you like, or talk the way you like, you know? And you should not immediately say that as a man. You should like play it cool. Even if you are like dying inside and you're so happy, just play it casual. Play it cool. Don't give them a lot of interest on a date. Like, talk with them, of course, but don't overdo it, you know? Also, don't talk about yourself a lot either. Yeah, 50-50. Make it natural. Make it normal.
Queen treatment, and she hasn't even done anything by her own behavior or how she treats you to show she even deserves anything remotely close to that, that should be a fast no.
Yeah, 50-50.
You're so funny, Pookie. Honestly, I don't deserve a girl like you. Paw touch? Meow. Can you woo for me one more time?
Bro.
Hey, yo, what's good, gang?
Too late now, you done got caught. And a lot of men have been caught simping. It's not about simping, it's about learning from it and doing better.
So how tall are you, bro?
6'11".
Yeah, man, that's such a turn off. You don't, like, as a woman, I don't want this guy to be the father of my kids. Okay, I need a man figure as the father of my kids, you know? Like, hell no. What's that?
Yes, it actually happened to me a couple weeks ago, actually. No, I came up to her,
Hey,
I
Chris,
tried to buy
that's
her
me.
a drink or whatever, we was talking. It's like, yo, listen, honestly, everything's great, everything's the vibe. You're just way too big for me. Before we even got to the room, I'm like, yo, dog, like, I'm big already? Like, what the fuck?
How was the dating life being at 6'11"?
It's definitely an unfair advantage for me. But I'm not as good looking as you know what I'm saying? So.
But why is that? Like, explain to me, what's the mindset?
A lot of women just love men that are taller than them as far as, like, you know, security and safety. Height does not necessarily matter. I mean, the difference is by me is that I can actually fight.
Just being bigger,
Would you recommend
at the end
a
of the day,
girl
it's not
that is-
about the height. There are like small guys that are buffed and strong and they hit the gym. That's all you have to do. Just show the muscles, hit the gym, and the woman will be like, okay, he can punch someone, like he can take care of me if needed. That's all.
5'2" to date a guy like
What
your
about the
height?
height?
Honestly, at the end of the day, man, it's like it doesn't even matter how tall you are when it comes to provision and safety, because there's people like you that's 5'9" that are.
Of course, don't punch people just left and right as a protection.
On top of my head. And I'm trained to, so it's like
Don't hit
height does not
first.
necessarily matter. It's all about what you have.
Has it been difficult for you to live your life at 6'11"?
Yeah, there's times I can't fit in economy.
Hey.
Number one, I always have to buy first class.
I've known a lot of girls who've like been talking
that's-
to men and gotten
that's
them
a
to
problem.
buy plane tickets and been like, oh yeah, I will come see you.
Mhm.
And like once they get the tickets, it's like blocked.
What?
I did that
It's
once.
like so, yeah.
Hold on. Tell me about this.
You
They
know.
weren't talking to men.
We-
They weren't talking to men.
Whatever, they got their plane ticket, so
Yeah.
whoever they were talking to, it worked.
That's called a simp. SIMP.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Are you a red pill guy?
I don't know. I'm more like just the truth dude. I don't prescribe any pills. I just go with the truth.
I love it.
No, I'm gonna be so angry. I'm gonna be so mean. Okay.
Oh,
but
really?
We
Why
can
you gonna be mean?
go.
Why? See? Why-
Because
let me tell you where you're messing up. Let me tell you where you're messing up right there. You're already telling me you're now going to have biased, incorrect, emotional based opinions that are based on you being mean. I said I just go with the truth, which
Oh
is
my
completely
gosh,
neutral.
How original. Calling a woman emotional and saying her judgment's clouded by emotion. What an original take. Never heard that
sounds
before.
like-
Yeah. You are literally twisting his words. Why why were you telling him that you're gonna be mean just because he would say the truth and be honest? You want a guy to lie to you?
That's like me saying, that sounds like, hey, you just called a camera. That's unoriginal. But isn't it still a camera?
Sounds like all he's saying is if it quack like a duck, if it walk like a duck, it's a damn duck.
It's a
and
duck!
she really had no problem bragging about the
He's in
women
the
she
chat.
knew who were able to get away with doing these type of things to men who were, honestly, idiots to begin with.
Being a is fun and it's exciting. And, you know, this the kind of life. Look at all this money that I'm making and this, that, and third. But it doesn't. Y'all don't show them the other side. Y'all don't show the side that when y'all be in the house and y'all crying because the man who you like so much don't really see you that way. He just see you as a whore. Y'all don't be showing them that part. Y'all don't show them the
Yeah, so you're gonna be rich in your own apartment by yourself with no love in your life because you're a hoe. Exactly. Like, you have to choose your, if you're just a materialistic person that lives for money and nothing else, doesn't care about emotional connection, love, compassion, and respect, then go for it. Yeah. Live in your diamond house. Who cares?
The scars that
your life,
carry
your choice.
Because you really don't like the things that you're doing, but because it's sustaining your lifestyle, you're gonna do it. Y'all don't show them that part. Y'all don't show them the hurt that you do experience when men treat you like nothing. They don't treat you like Miss Sarah, who's a banker. They treat you like LaQuinda, that you know over the strip club. You know, over the strip club. They treat you like that. Y'all don't show them that part. Y'all just show them the glorified part,
True.
all the money and the glitz and the glam. No, show them the other part, the part where you can't even look yourself in the mirror because all the nasty things that you've done over your lifetime.
Man,
or
I can't even imagine this
whatever,
life.
All the things that you've done, you can't even look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you love yourself.
Yeah.
Tell them that, show them that part.
I talked to a man, and he's a very respectable man, a very man that's reputable in the city. I mean, got a lot of experience and wisdom. And he began to tell me, he said, let me tell you something about a woman. We as men, when we meet you, we can smell low self-esteem.
Woo! Smell it.
He said, low self-esteem has a smell to it. I said, I've never heard that. He said, it has a smell, it has a look. I don't care how prerogative you're dressed. I don't care how sophisticated you think you're looking. Low self-esteem has a smell, and let me tell you why. Because it's not the outer, it's the inner. So if the inner don't get healed, I don't care how you dress, I don't care how many BBLs you get, I don't care how many times you lay on the table and get the waist snatched and all that. If low self-esteem is there and you're not dealing with the reality of really who you are and allowing God to heal you so that you can walk in self-love, you're still going to keep projecting the same type of men.
I mean, at some point in time, you can't play that victim card forever because all it's going to leave you with is regret and the understanding that you can't keep on blaming someone else for your problems because that really don't fix a damn thing.
This is your chance.
See, the thing about it is like every person goes through days of feeling low esteem, and that is different because I have days where I'm like, I feel like a fucking potato. Like I look like a potato. I feel like a potato, you know, and I tell people I feel like a potato, you know, and I admit these are the days when I feel like me every day. No. And the thing is that these are the days when I have low self-esteem. But you come to me and tell me that I look like a potato, I will immediately tell you no. Even if that is the day that I feel like a potato, I will tell you, who the hell are you talking to? Me? Potato? Who you kidding? Who you lying to? You know, we would be fighting over that because I can trash talk myself, but I would not allow other people to trash talk me. And that shows you that I don't have a low esteem. I just feel bad that day or feel low esteemish that day, you know, but I don't let or allow other people. So that shows you that you're actually a stronger person than you think.
We're not going to have this conversation like this again. If I do, you know what's going to happen, correct?
Come back here.
Huh?
But you look like a potato, thank you.
You ought to respect your mother.
Potatoes are awesome.
You ought to respect your auntie. You ought to respect every person
Fries are
in
the
this
best
home.
food ever.
If I hear that you've done this again to bring danger and harm to your family, and to these kids, and to your mom, there's no more talking.
Oh my God, I have to watch this again. Is he like the dad or something?
For your problems because that really don't fix
That
a damn
looked like
thing.
This is your chance. We're not going to have this conversation like this again. If I do, you know what's going to happen, correct?
Come back here.
Huh? You ought to respect your mother. You ought to respect your auntie. You ought to respect every person in this home. If I hear that you've done this again to bring danger and harm to your family and to these kids and to your mom, there's no more talking. You got it?
Yes, sir.
You want to stay in this house tonight?
Yes, sir.
Have we got a firm understanding? You sure about that?
Conversations like
That's
that.
it. That's a
help
dad.
to prevent
And
young
this is
boys.
yeah. I have to say this before Charles speaks. I that's why a dad figure is so important in a child's life. A mom would never be able to speak to the kid, to a male child who is in his teenage years, even older, that way, because women are more emotional and there is this superiority thing. I don't know how to explain it. It's so important for a man figure to be in the child's life, and that's why people, when they get divorced, they have to think twice, 3 times before getting divorced, because yes, you would have to split the time between your kids, but if that father is not actively in the child's life, then that child will be missing out and probably misbehaving and not learning things correctly and not being a good dad himself in the future if he chose to.
Growing up to be young men who
Or
stray
not
down
know
the
how
wrong
to.
path in life. Because the truth is, kids will be kids. They're going to do things that sometimes they themselves can't even explain.
Yeah.
But the
true.
reality is
Especially
having a
teens.
strong, disciplined, masculine father who's going to instill those morals and values into their life, that foundation is going to be the key to them making better choices as they get older and mature. Anyway, guys, questions, comments, and feedback.
Yeah, like
drop them down
yesterday
below.
I was, my niece had a birthday party and she's 11 years old, and one of the 11 years old male children didn't come, but the mother came with the second child, which is a girl, and she's so sweet and nice. And when we asked where is the male child, she said he's grounded, he's not coming to the birthday. And we were like, why? What happened? And she's like, I cannot control him anymore. It's just starting as a teen. He's 11 years old and I'm already losing my authority over him. He does have a father, but his father works a lot. He has a company. He owns a company. He's the boss. So he's almost never home. But he was home that day, and the kid said, if I don't go to the party, I will kill myself. I will literally go and do something. And then the dad was like, oh yeah, sure. Heard that before, and then they had to leave. And I felt so sad. I was like, no way it's at that level. Like, how did it become so bad that your child is not listening to you? It's telling you that they have to go to a birthday party, or else that's the thing that they're gonna do to themselves and stuff like that. And she's like, I don't know what to do anymore. I really don't know. And I'm like, I can't help you. I'm not a mother. Like, I wish I can. But it's so sad because the child is really smart. And I noticed growing up that she would always say how smart he is, how grown up he behaves, how he knows a lot of languages, how he's going to become a genius when he grows up. So I have a feeling. Don't get me wrong. I feel like that is really good. That is nice to say that. But your child really hears all of these things. And then your child thinks in the future that he's smarter than you, better than you. He knows better. He can't let other people tell him stuff because he's the best. So you really need to be careful with what you tell your kids he becomes spoiled, or he believes in a reality that doesn't exist. And then it will be hard for him in the future to cope with people telling him that he's not as good as his mother thinks he's as good, So it's very important to pay attention to what you tell your children. And the good thing about having friends who have already children and marriages is that I listen. I listen to all of that, and I will try in the future to learn from it and do better. But of course, I cannot be perfect. Nobody's perfect. No one is gonna, we're gonna mess it up somehow, People mess it up somehow. But yeah, hopefully we learn from our mistakes. That was a good video. Thanks, Charles. Here, like.